Before you finalize that ticket, before you set that roster, you need the edge. Welcome to the 1 hour window that separates the winners from the losers. We're diving deep into the spreads, the over-unders, the value plays, and the sleepers you must start. Stop guessing and start winning. This is the Gridiron Gurus, providing the ultimate NFL advantage exclusively on the Empty the Bench Network.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are back for the NFC Championship round, or the championship round of Gridiron Gurus podcast or show or whatever you want to call this. But let's get into it. I mean, there's some great things to talk about. I mean, we don't have much, on like the normal stuff, but we're gonna do a recap of last week and a preview of this week and some more stuff today. So remember to follow us on the DC Network YouTube channel. Follow the show at TFB Forecast ETB, and let's get into it. I mean, the divisional round was pretty good. I mean, the Seahawks literally kicked the crap out of the 49ers, and the Rams and oh god, why am I blanking on that one?
Your team.
What?
Your team.
Oh yeah. The Rams and Bears was actually probably still a pretty good game because I mean we did hang with them the whole time. And again, it seems inevitable at this point. Caleb Williams makes a Superman type throw every game when it matters most, and that one was far. It was 51.2 air yards, and it was like I want to say like a 14-yard touchdown, something like that. It wasn't actually that long, but like, I mean, he snapped the ball and literally just ran backward for like 30 yards and then just threw one up and made a miraculous play.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, he just shows that he can make spectacular plays every single week, and I think he tops his play every single week.
I agree. I agree with you there. And honestly, the offense let the defense down this time. Mm-hmm. Usually it's the other way around, but this time it was the offense that let us down because that game was close or tied the whole game. And I mean, Caleb did have his first 3-interception game, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to say 1 or 2 of them were not his fault.
I mean, the last one, yeah, DJ could have ran a better route, but it's 2nd and 8. Why are we throwing it that far?
That's a good point. I would have probably ran the ball, tried to get 5 yards and made it like 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3, and then taking your intermediate shot.
And then a 4th down pick, just kick a field goal. Like it's on him, obviously, because he threw the ball, but his receivers gave up. But then Ben Johnson also is going for it on 4th down every single time and not kicking a field goal, so that sucks. But
yeah.
But I mean, great defensive game. That was our probably best defensive game.
That was our best defensive game without a doubt, for sure. Yeah. For sure. I can't even begin to stress how awesome it was to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, holding Stafford to 0 touchdowns is great.
And also, I mean, I think they did a fairly nice job at, limiting Puka. I don't think he had necessarily.
He had one big catch, so that
one big play. But that's inevitable for someone. And
Yeah.
how many yards did Devontae Adams have?
Like under 20.
I actually want to look that up now.
I don't think he had a catch actually. Or he had that one. He had that one.
Bears versus Rams. I'm doing this for actual sourcing.
And he had 2 catches. 2 catches for like 28 yards or something.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Game stats. Oh wait, that's not. But I always forget that I got to go to box scores for individual. 2 catches for 24 yards.
I was close.
That's awesome. I mean, that just goes to show that we know how good Devontae Adams is.
Yeah, even though Puka's better, but honestly, I would rather have Puka beat us than
Puka only had. Actually, Puka and Kobe Parkinson were tied in yards. They both had 56. Puka had 5 receptions for 56, but Parkinson had 3 for 56.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a good game. I mean, we weren't expected to win. I mean, this wasn't our year as much as it felt like it was going to be our year. But like, I mean, it's just a good year for the kids. But
I'm also going to say this. There's a possibility that we would have won if
Ozzy was in there.
No, I wasn't even going to say Ozzy. I was going to say Loveland. Because
Loveland
Loveland went
played.
down. But Loveland went down with a concussion in the 4th quarter. So, I mean, Loveland, yeah, you and me have said it, technically turned into Caleb's favorite target. So,
After me yelling at him in our podcast for so long.
Hey, I think you just had the guts to say what nobody else was brave enough to say. He needed to go to his tight ends.
Yeah, but enough of the Bears game. Let's go to that Bills-Broncos game. That was
yes. Oh my God, that would. First of all, I have to give my condolences and my sorries to Bo Nix and all that stuff for what happened to him. Because if he was playing today, because he broke his ankle or something like that. If he was playing today, I would actually probably put them. I don't know if I would give them the edge against the Patriots, but it would be a better game than.
I think if Bo Nix plays, it's a pick'em game.
I agree. But now their quarterback is Jared Stidham. Now, backups have gone in and won before, but usually those backups that do go in and win, they've at least played a couple games before going into the AFC or NFC championship game and actually pull off a win. But it's still Sean Payton, so he could have tons of tricks up his sleeve. So I'm going to say that. But that game was something, because that game, the Broncos were winning for majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh Allen just, pulls another performance out of his butt and makes it 30-30 with, and he had like 54 seconds left, but couldn't do anything with it, which sucks. And as a result of that loss, actually, Sean McDermott was fired, which I think had to happen, honestly.
Yeah.
So now there are 10 head coach. Well, there's 4 head coach openings left because 6 of them have been filled, which is insane to say right now, because I feel like, a couple of years ago we were only when the coaching, carousel was what it was like we were at 3 at this point, something like that.
Yeah.
But I have a hunch that whoever they're going to hire is going to be the guy to make Josh Allen happy. And I'm going to say it. I think that guy is Dable. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a smart move, but you got to make Josh Allen happy. I mean, this was the year that he could have went to the Super Bowl personally, in my personal thought, because you didn't have to deal with Josh, or oh my God, I almost said Josh Allen. Jeez, you didn't have to deal with Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, but you had to deal with Bo Nix, and somehow you couldn't get that done.
It just sucks that this was his best shot of winning a Super Bowl with his worst roster.
That's true.
This is arguably his worst roster he's had, and he still went 11
you're right.
6. So, I mean, yeah, we're not talking about – I mean, he had 4 turnovers in that game. He threw 2 picks,
outlier.
2 fumbles.
That was the outlier.
Fumbles. I mean, Bo Nix had a pick, but
you can get away with a pick. You can win with a pick.
And then James Cook fumbled too. That doesn't help. So 5 turnovers to 1. That's huge.
Yeah, that's
huge. Literally the only reason they lost.
But going into the next topic, because I think we've kind of bled this one dry. So the AFC title game is between the Patriots.
Let's go NFC, and then we'll wait for AFC when Ben gets.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Yeah. So the NFC title preview game or game is the Rams and Seahawks tonight, and that if Bo Nix was playing, I would not be able to tell you.
Wrong team.
No. Let me finish. What I was going to say. If Bo Nix was playing, I wouldn't really be able to actually tell you which one I would actually like, which game was my favorite, because both of these games would have been awesome in that sense if Bo Nix was playing. But with Jarrett Stidham playing, I just can't see that the Patriots and Broncos game being as good as people think. I think the Patriots will, just run their butts over them. But coming back to this, I don't think that the Seahawks will repeat their performance from last week. I just think that they went into the 49ers and said, you know what, you've kept the game close the last couple times that we've played. We're going to come in here and we're going to kick your ass. We're going to kick your ass. I mean, and they did. And you want to know what's crazy? They did that with Sam Darnold having like 125 passing yards, but it was thanks to Kenneth Walker having a 3-touchdown game.
Monster game.
And honestly, he might have to do that again. Because even though Darnold is playing, I still think that he is somewhat injured. I can't confirm that, but I think he's somewhat injured. And I'm going to be honest here. I just want to be completely honest. I want to see a Super Bowl between the two MVP favorites. I just don't know if the Rams can hang with the Seahawks, because the Seahawks, not only do they have a great defense, but they have one thing that everyone underestimates, and that's the 12th man. Their stadium is so loud that they have an extra man without even needing him. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I want to see a Patriots and Rams Super Bowl, but at the same time, I need to wrap my head around the fact that it might be a Patriots and Seahawks Super Bowl. Which, let me clarify here, that would still be one hell of a matchup.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the Super Bowl matchup is, it's a great matchup. It's just, my thing is, I want to know, what's going to happen, and
so actually, it's kind of crazy because that crazy Thursday night game was at the Seahawks stadium.
Oh, the 38-37 game?
Yeah, that was at Seahawks.
Oh.
So I mean that puts something into. But then again, you also have to think Puka had like 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's not going to happen again this postseason.
Yeah,
And
postseason is a different animal for sure.
yeah, so I mean, it all depends on what Sam Darnold and what Kenneth Walker you're going to get, because you know what you're going to get from the Seahawks defense. The Seahawks defense is going to force the ball over. They're going to do what they have to do to have Stafford throw interceptions. Like, it's just going to happen. Now,
Yeah.
it just all depends on what Sam Darnold can do with the passing game, because if you could find JSN, you could pass all over this Rams defense.
Oh, JSN. I mean, there's an argument that he should be Offensive Player of the Year. I do think that it's going to go to someone else. I don't know who that is, but
I think JSN gets Offensive Player of the Year.
And if he does,
110 catches, 1,700 yards, like not 10 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, something like that. Like, nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, who do you think's going to win, like, Comeback Player of the Year?
It's going to be McCaffrey, even though I don't think he should be Comeback Player of the Year. But
why not?
Was he that injured last year? I mean, I know he was, but didn't he play half the games? I don't know.
Well, half the games. I mean, let's just put this in perspective here. I mean, Joe Flacco last year, played 5 games and almost won Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah, I mean it's weird, but it's whatever. But yeah, no, this game is going to depend on what Sam Darnold can do, because you know what you're going to get from Stafford. Stafford's going to put up.
I mean, I want to go on to the next topic, but like, there's not many topics that we can talk about besides the coaching hires, and I'm sure that we can milk pretty much a good amount of time with that. But at the same time, we got to leave some time for the title game, for the AFC title game, and I do hope that Ben is going to join us for that, because I mean, he's the reason that we didn't talk about that first, because I want his opinion on it. But let's go into it. So, there have been 6 head coach hires for the 10-team carousel of this cycle. Let me see if I can find the actual, like, the tweet that says of the openings. Okay, here it is. So the 4 that are left are the Cardinals, Bills, Browns, and Raiders. The 6 that have been filled by the Giants. Obviously got John Harbaugh. We mentioned that last week. The Falcons got Kevin Stefanski. The Dolphins got Jeff Hafley. The Titans got Robert Saleh. The Ravens got Jesse Minter. And the Steelers yesterday verbally agreed with Mike McCarthy as their next head coach. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I like probably 4 out of the 6 hires that have been made. I love Harbaugh to the Giants. I like Stefanski to the Falcons. It makes sense. I like Hafley to the Dolphins for 2 reasons. One, it gets him out of our division, because he's a great defensive mind. And when the GM for the Dolphins was hired, he came from Green Bay, so it kind of made sense that Hafley would be his favorite. And you know what? I like Jesse Minter to the Ravens. The 2 that raise questions for me are Robert Saleh and Mike McCarthy. Robert Saleh raises questions for me because of the fact that why would you want to leave that defense to go to the Titans? I understand that the Titans have the most cap space and all that stuff. And really, probably Robert Saleh probably got that job because of the fact that the Titans lost out on everyone else, on Halfley, on Harbaugh, and Stefanski. But my question to Robert Saleh is, I think that you do deserve another chance at a head coach job, because I can't judge you on the Jets. The Jets suck. And to put it into perspective, Aaron Glenn had to fire 7 of his coaches. Now Aaron Glenn was not fired, but 7 of his coaches were. But going back to Saleh, with you being a defensive-minded coach, the most important thing that you have to do is bring in a star-studded offensive coordinator for Cam Ward, because this kid was the number one pick last year. Now, did he play up to number one pick potential? No, but when you look at what he had, can you blame him for not being able to play great? Not
he didn't
really.
even have a terrible season either.
Yeah, no, he had a decent.
He still
season.
played better than 9. So
yeah, it was, but it's been like thrown out there that he wants to bring Dable as his offensive coordinator, but Dable has also been looking at other options, and I do think that he is a favorite for the Bills job. Not necessarily saying that Dable is going to do a great job if he gets the Bills job, but he'd make Josh Allen happy. I'll tell you that. And when it comes to you having your franchise quarterback for on a extension that's 6 years long for $330 million, you do whatever you can to make that quarterback happy.
Yeah.
And with Mike McCarthy, I don't know, I don't know if he can adapt to the game of now. I think he still is the old, the old type of coach, the football of the past type.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy about that? I think that's what the Steelers are. So he kind of went to the right team.
Actually, that's fair. That is a fair point. That's a fair point. And to put it in perspective, the Steelers have only had, 4 coaches in their tenure as an NFL team.
Yeah.
So, now I will come out and say this. I do not imagine Mike McCarthy coaching the Steelers for another 20 years.
Who knows? He has winning records. That defense is nuts. So
that's true. And also something that actually came out this morning. Jonathan Gannon, the former head coach of the Cardinals, was hired as the Packers' new defensive coordinator.
Oh, nice.
I think it's a little worse than Jeff Hafley, but I like it. I don't think that Gannon is as great of a defensive coordinator as people think. I don't know much about Gannon. That's why I'm saying it. But at the same time, I have to say he didn't really have much in Arizona on that defense. So there's that. So, and he'll have more in Green Bay. He'll have Mike Parsons. He'll have whatever else they have there. But it was rumored that they were looking at the Packers were looking at Jim Leonard for their defensive coordinator, but they didn't want to wait until he was possibly either knocked out today or
what team is Jim Leonard on?
The Denver Broncos. He's the pass game coordinator for for Denver.
Got it.
But there is one name that I really am glad that that the Packers did not take. And actually, me and Michael are very happy with this because Al Harris was one of the DC interviews that they had. And I'm actually kind of shocked that they didn't go with him because he's a former player for the Packers. So he would have known people in the building, even though the Packers aren't actually, owned by anybody. They're owned by the state, which I kind of wish the Bears were owned by the state, if I'm being honest. That would kind of be cool because then you and me could have a stake in the Bears if that was true. But the McCaskies are never going to let that happen. They're never going to. That team is going to be within family all our lives. It's going to pain us, but that's going to be true.
Unless Bezos wants to throw money at it, but
he won't.
No.
But going over the rest of the
hear me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bills head coach. They don't have one yet, right? They can't hire anyone.
They do not have one. Why do I feel like I know what you're going to say?
Do you know who I'm going to say?
Are you going to say Philip Rivers?
No.
No? Okay, well then go ahead. Well, who are you going to say?
I mean, Philip would be cool. I just don't think Philip's ready, but I think he's got to be like an offensive coordinator and then go up to head coach if he wants to go that route. But
okay. Anyway, who are you going to say?
Mike Tomlin. I think you bring that kind of mind in with Josh Allen.
I mean, he stepped down from the Steelers. So
I think it was just like a stale kind of thing though with like the Steelers. Like it was kind of like mutual.
I understand that, but I imagine that he wants some time off because he has been coaching for 20 years. Or however long it is.
But like, I feel like that would be someone that you would want to put with Josh Allen, like have that kind of mind who's been in the league for a while, put him with Josh Allen, and maybe you go on a run.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't think it's going to happen.
No, 100%. I don't think it will happen either. That's just kind of something I want to see. I wouldn't mind a Matt Nagy hire somewhere. Because
okay, well, here between
I don't want him to the Bills though.
Of the remaining jobs, he ain't going anywhere. He ain't going to any of those places. He's probably going to be like a position coach because I don't think he's going to get an OC shot anywhere.
No. But like who's left? So it's like Bills, Raiders, Cardinals.
Bills, Raiders, Cardinals, and Browns.
Okay, so those three, the Raiders, Cardinals, and Browns, I bet are going for like younger guys, like people who are like 40s, maybe low 50s, but like I bet they're going for like younger guys who like could bring the energy kind of up in the place.
Yeah. Why don't we? Well, okay. I say we, but it's gonna be more me because I am more educated in the coach circle. But I want you to try, okay?
I'll give it my best shot.
So for the remainder of for the 4 remaining head coach jobs, I think the Cardinals go with Vance Joseph.
You're just saying names now. I think that's who. Where is he? He's
the DC for the Broncos.
Okay, got it.
He was the head coach for the Broncos for a couple of years.
Okay, I got it now. Yep.
The Bills, I do think that they go with Dable. I don't know how great it's going to be if they do, but I think that they do go with Dable. The Browns, and let me emphasize this. Whoever does get this job, good luck, because you got a shit show over there. I'm sorry.
It's not a shit show, I wouldn't say, but it's offense. Like you gotta bring an offense. Because you have a good running back. You have Myles Garrett. You have the rookie, the defensive rookie of the year. What's his face?
Mason Graham.
No, their linebacker. He's rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. I forget his name, but yeah, you have a good defense. You just got to, if you're gonna take the Browns coaching job, you have to be an OC. Like you kind of have to come from an OC background and have an offensive minded kind of person there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to bring in weapons. If it's going to be for Shador or is it going to be for
Your
whoever the next quarterback they draft? But I think you give Shador another shot.
I do too. I think that he's earned that.
Yeah, he definitely proved me wrong for sure.
And with that being said, my pick for the Browns job is actually the OC from the Jaguars.
Okay.
And this, I am not trying to hype myself up here, but his first name is Grant, so that's kind of funny. But I need to look up his name to actually pronounce his last name because I don't know his last name. Offensive coordinator.
Las Vegas Raiders are expected to meet with this week with Broncos pass game coordinator / QB coach Davis Webb.
The Raiders?
Yep.
That's interesting. Grant Udinsky is who I think will be the coach of the Browns. And in terms of the Raiders,
I guess it's going to be Davis Webb, maybe. Even though I think David Webb, I guess he also met with the Bills, too.
My favorite for the Raiders job is actually someone who is an OC right now, and it's Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel, if he got the chance to choose his quarterback, which it's going to be Mendoza for the Raiders. I'm just going to come out and say this. I mean, but do you think it's a coincidence that they interviewed him right before the championship game between Indiana and Miami? They interviewed McDaniel like right before the game.
I don't think it's a coincidence. I just think that's like very good timing. Because I mean he's already there, maybe he went to the game, stuff like that, but I mean I do like that. I like McDaniel yeah.
Now there is someone that I would like to mention as my backup option for them. However, I will admit it is on the defensive side of the ball. And I will admit I don't think this is going to happen, which is going to pain me to say this. But my backup option for the Raiders, if they don't go with Mike McDaniel,
don't say it.
You got to go with Brian Flores.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of the division.
It's not. I don't think it's going to happen, but we need Flores out of the NFC North because he just terrorizes anyone in the NFC North. And I don't imagine it happening because I feel like we would have known by now if Flores was going to be in the building for a second interview with anybody, and I haven't seen anything that has on Twitter that has said that. I mean, I'm just so like I am so over the amount of blitzes that he sends to get the quarterback. I mean, sometimes it works because blitzes mean that your coverage is pretty bad, but I don't see him leaving Minnesota, which pains me to say because I want him out of the division, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, but I imagine that with them taking with the Raiders most likely taking Mendoza. You should go with an offensive guy. I mean,
Yeah.
you did just fire a defensive guy in Pete Carroll, and usually what happens when firings happen, whatever if they fired a DC, they'll hire an OC, or if they fire an OC, they'll hire a DC.
And I kind of hope they don't get a DC, because then they'll keep Max Crosby, and then the Bears probably don't have a chance to go get him. But
that is a good point. That is a good point, my friend.
Yeah, I think we kind of figured this out. I think because I don't have names off the top of my head like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we can go into the AFC title game. Ben will not be joining us.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ben will not be joining us. Yeah. So
wow.
So we could go.
Oh God. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I hope he's fine. But we could go into the AFC game.
Our partner had something happen that he's not going to be here. I would go into what it was, but that's not my.
That's not our thing to go into. But
so going into this game, and we will try to milk as much as we can out of this one. But this one is the Patriots versus the Broncos. And if I'm being honest with you, this is the game that I necessarily wouldn't want to watch, just because of the fact that that one of the teams has a backup in, and that's why I think the Patriots will run up the score and just kick the living crap out of the Broncos. I do want to say though, if any team's defense can keep their team in a game, it's the Broncos. So, this game could be closer than I'm making it seem, or it could be an absolute crapshoot for, one team. But the Patriots are just so dangerous. I mean, when you have a combination of Mike Vrabel and probably the best offensive coordinator that you could name in Josh McDaniel on your coaching staff, your team is a force to be reckoned with, because Josh McDaniel just knows how to design offenses around his quarterback. I mean, for the longest time, he did it with Tom Brady. I mean, he has had 2 failed stints as head coaches, but I just don't think when he was a failed head coach, he went to the best situation. I mean, the first one was with the Broncos. Funny enough, actually. And then the next one was with the Raiders, and I mean, I can't even remember why he got fired. He got fired because I think he was just doing a terrible job. I mean, I remember why the coach before him got fired. I think everyone remembers why the coach before McDaniel got fired. But I could see this either being a game where it's like 35-0 or 35-10.
It won't be 0.
Yeah, it won't be 0. I'll say 35-14.
Okay.
Or
no, go ahead.
Or just a game where it's like 25-22. I
hope that doesn't happen, because then he doesn't cover the spread.
What's the spread?
3. If we have it at 4.5 for a show, it just switched down to 3.5.
So the Patriots need to win by 4.
Yep.
Got it.
But I want to go into this game. I think this game is going to be better than we think. I think so. With this Broncos defense, what I've seen this year of the games that I've watched,
mm-hmm.
This Broncos defense has the most sacks in the league. It's the most. They have the most sacks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Their
Oh,
core,
do they have the most sacks? I don't know.
yeah, they do. They have the most sacks, team sacks. I think they got. They're nuts. I mean, and their offensive line is not giving up as much sacks as a lot of other teams. So that O line and D line have been great for them.
Well, uh, I think how many sacks have the Broncos given up? Like 20?
Yeah, something around there.
The Bears only gave up 24. So
Yeah.
put that into perspective.
Yeah, I mean, but this Broncos defense is so good that it's going to be tough. Like Drake May's going to have to use his legs a lot, I bet, to get past them, and then whoever PS2's on is just not going to get the ball. So like, don't bet on Stephon Diggs whatsoever, because he's probably going to be lined up against PS2 the whole time.
Well, you bet on Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but I don't get 40 yards. I wouldn't go over 40 yards.
You still think that Stephon Diggs can get 40 yards on PS2?
Yeah, all it takes is one catch. One catch for 45 yards. Boom, over.
I guess.
He could do that. I mean, PS2 had that happen to him with one of the Bills guys last week, but he's still a great corner. He's let up, I think, the third least amount of yards to receivers this year, like somewhere in the 300s. So, I mean, he's been nuts. But then on the other side, on the other team's side, this Patriots defense, I wish Ben was here, but this Patriots defense, they have the second best corner in the league in Christian Gonzalez, in my opinion. He's given up the least amount of yards to receivers. That's why I'm not betting on Cortland Sutton, because there's probably the whole game Christian Gonzalez will be on Cortland Sutton. So I think to beat this Patriots defense, you're gonna have to kind of run the ball, even though their run stopping ability has been pretty decent this year.
But they got some decent guys over there. They got J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, who honestly I have to say this, impressed me for where he was drafted.
Yeah,
I did not think that he was, because he was a 4th round draft pick, something like that. But at the same time, I have to remember that running backs can be drafted anywhere, and
yeah, running backs drafted late. Alvin Kamara was drafted really late, and then Aaron Jones was a 7th round pick. So I mean,
Kyle Minogue was almost not quite, but almost Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, but anyways, in this Broncos team, if they want to win this game, they're going to have to force turnovers. And that's the one thing with the Pats, is they do have a couple games this year with 5+ turnovers. So
yeah, but do you think that there's going to be 5? So wait a minute, is the Broncos and Pats game in Denver, or
it's in Denver?
Ooh, then it is in Mile High Stadium, so that's going to play a factor.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be super cold there, but
I read something this morning. If the Raiders won against the Patriots week 1, if the Raiders lost, this game would actually be in New England, and there's a bunch of snow there. There's like 10 inches of snow there apparently. So that's probably what happened. But not gonna say anything more.
Yeah, but this Broncos if this Broncos team wants to win, they're gonna have to force turnovers and give Stidham the ball with like 30 yards.
Field position.
Yeah, very good field position. I mean, you can't be giving them like 3 and outs and then having them punt, because they're gonna punt it to like the 20 to inside the 5-yard line. So and you can't have that happen, because don't get me wrong. RJ Harvey's a stud. Don't get me wrong there, but
No, yeah.
he's very good at pass catching. He's not the best at down the field running. So I mean,
Got it.
but if you get him on, if he does get on the outside, I would not be surprised of a big gain there. So and then you never know what you're gonna get from Stidham. So I mean, Stidham could play out of his mind, but then he also could throw 4 interceptions and the Patriots just kill him because your defense can't stop him for 15 drives in a row without your offense scoring.
Yeah,
You're not
no,
stopping the Patriots that much.
I mean, when you look at, and I'm going to go back to our game, for example. I mean, the Rams did score on their opening drive, but then we stopped them for three.
We stopped them till they kicked that field goal in the second quarter.
Oh,
we stopped them for forever. We just couldn't score.
Yeah. That's the offensive fault, and honestly, that kind of falls on Ben Johnson a little bit. I will admit he can get a little cute with his play calls every once in a while.
Yeah, he gets too risky, but
hopefully that's something that he works on.
Yeah, but that does kind of go into this game because like you can't get too risky. Like the Broncos, they have Will Lutz kicking field goals. I mean, he could kick 50, 55-yarders.
Well,
so that's
also the difference between Sean Payton and Ben Johnson is Payton has been a head coach before.
Yeah.
So, Ben Johnson, even though he has great experience on his staff and great experience as an offensive coordinator, when you're the leading man, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm the hierarchy. I get to make decisions, and sometimes you make stupid decisions because of that. Yeah. But I think this offseason he's going to realize that he needs to be a little bit more down to earth with going for it, on fourth down every time. I mean, I liked it 2 weeks ago when we were playing the Packers because screw the Packers, but when the game is that close and you have the chance to get in a field goal and some points, just take it. I mean, at that point you were at the 10-yard line. It's like a 30-yard field goal. Santos could hit that with his eyes closed.
Yeah, but that also kind of goes into this just because Will Lutz has been with Sean Payton in New Orleans, so he's familiar with his kicker. He knows his kicker could kick 50-yarders. So, I mean, I feel like we're going to see a lot of field goals from the Broncos today if they don't score. Like they don't complete on third down. Like we might see 3 to 5 field goals from Will Lutz today.
There's a chance that the leading scorer on the team is Will Lutz today.
Yeah. I mean, there's a very big chance, actually.
Yeah, there's I'm going to say it. I think there's like an 85% chance that if you could bet that, I would totally bet that. But at the same time, don't actually take me on my word because I don't
sport it, gamble. It's stupid. 95% chance of losing.
Yeah, I'm not good at gambling. In fact, people are reaching out to me about squares for the Super Bowl. I'm like, I'm not very good at gambling, so I'm just gonna. Today,
the squares are different. Squares, you just put your name and then it's luck of the draw.
You don't know what the score is going to be at each quarter. So I mean, so you're just guessing, and it's kind of like betting. It's a little different, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah. But I do think whoever wins this game is probably going to lose the Super Bowl. I think the Seahawks and Rams match up way too well against both of these teams for one of these teams to have a shot at winning the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously you're in the Super Bowl, you're going to have a shot, but I do think whoever wins the NFC title game wins the Super Bowl. Just because no Bo Nix. If the Broncos do win, no Bo Nix. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, if you somehow win this, if Jared Stidham somehow wins this game, and I'm not going to say that it's impossible, but I'm going to give him like a 5% chance to come out and win. I'm sorry,
Damn,
but
you got that little faith. I still have like a 45% chance. Like I do think it's going to be a lot closer than we think.
but anyway, what was I going to say? I mean, you can't go into the Super Bowl and hope that you can win off of field goals. I mean, it's not going to go that way for you. I mean, the only time that it did was the 13-3 Rams Patriots Super Bowl in 2018. Thank you, Michael. But that was just such an evenly matched Super Bowl that somehow the Tom Brady had some miraculous throws. Wasn't that the year of that like really impossible Edelman catch?
Yeah, because he won Super Bowl MVP that one.
Yeah, so that improbable catch I'm talking about is the one where he like kind of like caught it, dropped it, caught it again to like repossess the ball because like it was slipping out of his hands. I was like so starstruck that the Rams only scored 3 points that game. That was insane.
Yeah, and here's another reason why I do think the NFC title game is the winner of the Super Bowl. It's in San Fran. Who's played a game each in San Fran? Stafford has played in San Fran, and Sam Darnold has played in San Fran. They've played a game there this year already because they're both NFC West teams.
Okay.
So it's technically not a home game, but it's going to feel like a home game because they played there already this year. And I don't think both of these teams haven't played there yet. Like you're going into a new stadium. It's kind of like playing a over the seas kind of game for the AFC teams.
Oh yeah.
I think if it's Rams Patriots, it's going to be a lot closer than we all are going to think. But if it's like if Broncos come out and win this game, there's no shot they're winning the Super Bowl. I'm putting everything I have on whoever comes out of the NFC.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I just have to say this though. Don't get me wrong. Regardless of what the matchup is, if it's Broncos and Rams or Seahawks and oh my God,
Patriots.
It's the Super Bowl matchup. It's going to be a great matchup. But I have to say this. I would love to see a matchup of the Super Bowl between the two MVP favorites. Because the two MVP favorites are Drake May and the guy who's probably going to win it, Matthew Stafford. I mean, how could you not like a matchup like that?
Yeah. I mean, I would want that. That's the matchup I'm hoping for.
That's the matchup I'm hoping for, too. I would love a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. And that would just be so awesome. Because go ahead.
With that game, if it's that game, that's a high-scoring Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the Super Bowl matchup, it is not going to be a repeat of the 2018 Super Bowl. I guarantee you that right now. And honestly, if that's the matchup, I am going to be happy with whoever wins.
Is it bad? I really want Davante Adams to win a Super Bowl.
He's not on the Packers anymore, so I'm going to say no. It's
good,
not.
Because I do really want him to win the Super Bowl, and I have a feeling that's why he went to the Rams, and that's why I made my pick before the season started that if Stafford's healthy, the Rams win the Super Bowl. Because I really wanted Davante Adams to win a championship or a Super Bowl really bad. Even though he's terrorized me for what 6, 8 years, whatever it was.
I'm very offended that you just said me because
my bad.
Us.
I was.
Come on, man.
But like,
I have a bear sweatshirt on.
My bad. But he terrorized us. He did. I mean, he's got half his touchdowns, I feel, against the Bears. But
Oh, absolutely. I can guarantee you it is actually that probably. I can't. Okay, I'm not going to guarantee that. But
no,
let me ask you a question. So we did go over Mike McCarthy. Well, we didn't go over it, but we said that Mike McCarthy has verbally agreed to become the Steelers head coach. Which I'm going to go in a little deeper. He's from Pittsburgh. He grew up there, so it makes sense that he was the favorite. Let me ask you a question. With the Steelers hiring McCarthy,
he gets his quarterback.
does Rodgers stay for another year?
Okay. So I think Rodgers stays for another year, but I think McCarthy drafts a quarterback.
But where are they? Where are they slotted?
They're low 20s.
I'm gonna look up on PFF where they're slotted because
But
I can actually tell you where they are.
I think they get their quarterback, or they see how this year plays and then or next year plays, and then they draft a quarterback that way. But then again, you're risking.
Pittsburgh is when I'm literally. Let me just do it. They are.
They got to be like 20,
21.
21.
Man,
Okay.
you are so close on everything, man. You've been so close on everything today.
Yeah, I'm a good guesser sometimes. But yeah, no, I think they get their quarterback. I think he gets his quarterback. I do think Rodgers probably stays just to mentor him, like how they did with Jordan Love, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't think Jordan Love's good, but that's just me being a Bears fan.
Sure. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. I'm just doing it because I'm curious. The best quarterback available on PFF right now is Ty Simmons, and
Alabama quarterback.
yeah, and he's ranked on NFL Mock Draft Simulator 20th. I don't know.
Alabama quarterbacks are hit or miss.
And I feel like I haven't watched Simpson. I will say that, but I feel like this is one of those misses. I'm sorry, but I feel like he's one of those misses.
That's fair. I mean, it'd be different if the Oregon quarterback actually declared for the draft and
Oh, absolutely.
didn't see that the Jets had the number 2 pick and didn't want to go to the Jets. So
I mean that's why he went back to college. He didn't want to. I mean, I'm sorry, but the Bears are no longer the team that ruined quarterbacks. It's the Jets.
Well, we still have the title. Don't worry. But Caleb's going to change the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
He's changing the narrative. But, yeah, no, I have a feeling that's why the Oregon quarterback didn't declare, because he didn't want to go to the Jets.
That's fair. That's fair.
And he'll probably – but then again, it's a risk. It's a risk for him because who knows, you tear your ACL or something. He tears his ACL or gets a major injury or just plays bad. He ruins his whole draft stock and he ruins so much.
Absolutely. That's you always run the risk of not declaring when you have a great season.
Yeah. I
mean, players that go back, to school for one more year after having a great season, they may say that, I didn't win a natty, or, I feel like I have more in me. I think I can do better. The reason that they go back is because they see the team that would most likely draft them, and they realize that they have no chance of actually being successful within 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how it is. It sucks that it's that way, but I don't know. I would feel like if I'm a high draft pick, I would want to go to any team so that I could change the culture. But
here's the thing about the Jets. They have 2 first-round draft picks this year and 2 next year.
Yeah, so they could turn around their whole.
Technically, there is something that they could do. They could trade for a quarterback.
They could.
And I'm gonna throw a name out there. and then I'll ask you if you think that's good, and then we'll end this because we're at our hour. But the name I'm going to throw out there is Kyler. I think Kyler is going to need a change of well, he might need a change of scenery, but also the new coach of the Cardinals might want to just bring in his own quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You probably would have to get rid of 2 first-round draft picks for Kyler Murray.
Just because of that contract.
And that really hurts you because that means that you could either have no first-round picks this year or no first-round picks next year.
And if I'm being honest, I'd rather have no first-round picks this year. I would want all my first-round picks next year. Just because I think that draft class is going to be absolute.
That's fair. I mean, when you think about it, next year is when guys like Jeremiah Smith,
Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, like you got a ton of skill positions
guys, would go out next year. This year isn't the year for offense. It's the year for defense, which really works out well for the Bears because we need a bunch of defense.
And then so I agree with the Kyler. I do agree they could go get Kyler, but hear me out. You know who surprised me? Malik Willis. I don't think you're not gonna have to give up as much.
It's funny. I think I have another destination for him though. It's the Dolphins.
I don't mind that either. I think Malik Willis does leave Green Bay. I don't know if it's going to be this year or if they trade him this year or if it's next year. But I do think that they will let him go for something and get something for him.
Oh yeah, I think so. All right, well, we are at our hour. Hopefully you guys enjoy the games today. And we actually will not be here next week because next week is the Pro Bowl, and honestly, if I'm being honest, I would probably just get rid of it because now it's just a bunch of football mini games, and I understand why they got rid of the game because players could get injured during the game, but like no one watches the Pro Bowl anymore.
Yeah.
Why don't you just give them the Pro Bowl nod and then give them a bonus of $1 million or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be. I feel like players would like that more than having to play a bunch of flag football.
Yeah.
So have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for. I think we're gonna have a preview of the Super Bowl game for the Super Bowl. I'm not sure.
There will be a preview. I won't be there, but you'll have Ben and Grant there.
Yeah, hopefully me and Ben will be in here. So yeah. So we'll see you in 2 weeks, and enjoy the next couple days and all that. So have a good one, everybody.
Later.